It wouldn't be you if you didn't.
Black coffee with a side of tea starts now only on Stunner Radio.
Happy Saturday!
Happy Saturday, guys.
And we're back! Like we never left. So it's Saturday, the last Saturday in September.
Yes.
Seems like this year is going by super, super fast.
Yeah.
This, like, if you don't sit still for 1 second and catch it, you just gonna miss it.
Labor Day was just, it feels like it was just last weekend.
Dang.
I like a speedy year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what? This year it's been an eye-opening year. Just like it's like the years are, they're catching. I had to sit down and think one day. You know, it's catching up with me. I'm learning to, you know, see everything for what it is and like just pay attention because I'm 42, and I'm like, I don't want to wake up and be 80. And not remember what I did between 42 and 80, you know. So yeah, just, you know, I think everybody should just, you know, cherish every day and live it to its fullest and to its fullest period. You know, like Lisa Danae like to say, do the most,
Yeah.
do the most
Yeah,
single day.
I can definitely relate because our 10-year anniversary, our 10-year reunion for high school is this year in October. So it's like time flew by so fast.
So fast.
Wanna know how many years it is for me?
Yeah, we know.
Just saying.
Barely getting there,
But it doesn't feel like 10 years.
Yeah.
It feels like, not yesterday, because I know we're getting old, but it feels like just a few years we were in high school. So I guess, like you said, it's just an eye-opener, like.
So that means you graduated in
Yeah,
2011?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're such a baby.
But then we're still knocking on 30, so it makes me feel old.
Yeah,
It makes me feel like I'm getting old.
I'm gonna say this. I'm 42 and I'm not ashamed to say I'm 42. I have no qualms or anything. I love my gray hair. It's a little disrespectful, but I love, you know, everything about my age. The only thing that I would have an issue with is if I look old.
Yeah.
And I don't, so I don't care. Like, I literally
Right.
don't care. It's been 24 years since I graduated high school. I graduated in 1997. And so I'm cool. I'm cool with
I still
everybody.
get carded. I still get carded
Me
a lot of
too.
places.
I think I stopped getting carded about 2 years ago.
Really?
Yes, so I haven't gotten carded in a while, but the people, when I ask them how old do you think I am, they still say 20s. So I'm like, okay. Like, I have a 22-year-old, okay.
I'm happy to be almost 30. Like, I'm
Yeah.
ready for 30. I feel like my 20s have been
Correct.
an experience. Like, yeah, it's been me trying to figure stuff out, me trying to get stuff together, just all ups and downs. And I just feel like maybe 30 will be more.
Settled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think that?
It will, though. No, it will.
Right.
I hope
If
so.
you already kind of settled,
Mhm.
30.
And I
Okay.
am. I'm trying to get it together so that when I hit 30,
Yeah. You don't have to make up for a lot of stuff and try to
Exactly.
catch up.
mm-hmm.
I think you guys are lucky because the era that you live in is so different than the era that we lived in when we were growing up and we were your age. You guys don't stand for nothing. You're no, this is what it is. And we were taught to to settle and to bow down and be submissive.
Right.
And I think that submissive means something different now.
Yeah.
And I wish that we had the courage to be that, you know, when we were that age.
Well, see, here's the thing. This your girl is Renee talking. First and foremost, I always spoke my mind.
Mhm.
I feel like I was born in the wrong time frame. Because had I been born now, I would be normal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, coming up in the 70s, being like me, it was like, sit down somewhere.
Mhm.
You know,
You're a
she
troublemaker.
hyper. Take it. You know, y'all need to put her on medication. She do too much. Something's wrong with her. But really, it was nothing wrong with me. I was just an individual. I was never a follower ever.
Yeah.
So I was already in the second grade saying, pledge allegiance to what?
Mhm.
Tell me what it means though, because I'm not just gonna say something. And the teacher was like, just say it like everybody else. No, I'm not gonna do that. So now that wouldn't be considered weird.
Right.
That would be like, yeah, power to the people.
Right.
But then I was always in trouble. Always in trouble. She talked too much. She's always giving her opinion.
Mhm.
Nobody asked her what she think. She always, ready to fight. Yeah. if you utter some fighting words,
Yeah.
you had the menu when you placed the order. I'm just here to fulfill.
You asked for it.
You asked for that.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's what I love about this generation is because they have that. They're able to do that because I wasn't even as outspoken as you, and I was called a troublemaker just for even standing up. You know, a situation happened to me when I lived in North Texas, and they are pretty bass backwards up there. So my child was hurt, and they tried to pin it on myself and my husband at the time. And my child was 3 and nonverbal, so of course he couldn't say no. My daddy didn't hit me, you know. But they tried to pin it on me, and they expected me to lay down and take it. And they literally went to on CPS, literally found me guilty of child abuse, and my husband at the time as well found us guilty of child abuse. So I called the police on CPS. I was called a troublemaker because what happened when I called the police, they matched up the picture of my son's bruise to the floor of the bus. And what happened was clearly they didn't wait for my son to get put in his chair on the bus, and he hit his face on the bus, and it made a big print on the side of his face, like a bruise. And it was a checkerboard. So I'm trying to understand how a fist could do that anyway, you know, because it was like a tennis racket. That's the pattern. So when I said all those things, the bus barn, you know, because I went there because I was concerned. First of all, you have this person driving my son that's 3 and nonverbal, and he can't speak up for himself and say what happened. I'm concerned that this person is still driving the bus, and you're able to pin it on me because I know the procedure. If my son was to leave my house with a bruise, then you're supposed to fill out an incident report saying that he came there like that, and I didn't. So I was put out of the bus barn, and I still can't go in there to this day. I'm on criminal trespass. And when I called the police, they thought I was crazy, but the police, they were able to match it up. And they told me, like, she literally an hour later said, hey, guess what? Go get your kids. So I was able to go get them. But to this day, still in that town, and this was 18 years ago, in that town, I'm still a troublemaker. I'm crazy. Yellow skinned people always cause trouble. People from Louisiana are crazy. All of that is associated with myself and my last name in that town.
But I'll take all of that because my child didn't leave the house like
don't
that.
play with my kids.
And that's why we live here.
Don't do that.
We live here.
That part, don't play with my kids.
Yeah. I was like, the education system here, you guys you're inbreeding ignorance. And it's a cycle of ignorance that keeps getting perpetuated because this is what you're teaching. And then you're continually teaching that. So nobody is learning better. The cycle isn't getting broken. And that's the reason that I brought my children to Houston, because I wanted them to have a better education system, more diversity, and small town mentality that wasn't it. Not
That's
for my
what
kids.
I was gonna ask. Was it a small town?
Very small town.
Yeah. I feel like that happens in small towns. You get those ignorant people, or you get those racist cops and sheriffs and people who don't really want to help you. They already have this pre-made judgment of who you are, who you might be. And then, like you say, that carries on for years and years and years and years and years. When I was in school, my mom used to tell me, whatever these people make you out to be, that's what you're going to always be. So if they say in middle school, I'm a troublemaker, when I go to high school, I'm a troublemaker.
Yeah.
My first year in high school, I was considered a troublemaker. So every year after that, like, I was always...
It seemed like you were the bad guy.
Yeah, like,
absolutely.
No matter what I was doing.
You didn't have a chance.
But I didn't care either, so, like, you know.
So we just some troublemakers up here today. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
So I want to do a quick sister check-in. Let's start with the guest of honor,
Miss Chelsea.
Miss Chelsea. How was your week this week?
My week has been super duper busy. I just launched the dispatching part of my logistics company. And I've been doing like meal preps for different people. So I've been just really busy, along with taking care of home and my son and just regular stuff. So busy. I'm trying to find a good balance in there.
Well,
That's
that sounds very
hard.
productive.
It's always hard, but once you get it, you'll keep going.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's good.
Thank you.
Absolutely. That sounds awesome. That sounds very productive. It sounds busy.
I'm excited to know more about your trucking. I am.
Okay, I'm excited to talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah, when she said logistics, I was like, ooh.
Okay, girl.
I want to know.
Women in trucking, I'm there.
Women in trucking is getting really big right now.
it's popular.
And I'm so proud of the women that's doing it because it's good money.
It is.
And we're in a great location to be doing any type of transport.
Yes.
And I mean, it's been so male dominated for so long. Women can drive too. You know, women can run companies too.
Yeah.
And the dispatching part, girl, yeah, I used to do that. So
Yeah.
we can talk about that. But the dispatching part is like, it's always better to have a woman to me because women are more attention to detail.
And can navigate better.
Yeah, and can send the right person to where they need to go at the right time with the right load.
Just
You know.
organize
And sometimes
Yes.
men don't have the I guess I want to say empathetic, but not necessarily empathetic. But they don't have the I guess strategic skills to send somebody to the right place. Like this driver could be tired, and you're trying to send them somewhere else. But we pay attention to those types of things.
I think they less judgy too. They're less judgy because we know if you have a feisty driver, we're not sending them everywhere.
Yeah.
We already looking at that name like, not for her, not for him. We're gonna send somebody else. A man wouldn't even think that. They'll just be like, this the job, who's available, send them.
Yeah.
But we already can foresee problems.
Right. And we know how to advocate too.
Yes.
We know how to advocate for them too.
And when it comes to things like negotiating rates, I feel like men are more lax. And if you're a man talking to a man, it's a lot easier. But when you're a woman talking to a man, I feel like they try to cheat you.
Yeah.
So you have to be like, no, I want this rate for my driver. We're going this amount of miles. We need to do it like this. We need to do it like that in order to really get what you deserve, because men will try you. Like that will definitely try to teach you.
Try to push over.
Yeah, for sure.
But you also need to make sure like you stand firm when when you're dealing with it. This is my price. I stand on it. You can accept it or you can decline it. You know.
Yeah.
Zoe.
Oh, hey girl.
How's your week?
Oh, I had a really good week. Of course, it's busy with school and home life. But yeah, it's been really busy. School is whooping my butt, but I'm staying focused and I'm really trying to get it done. So.
And you will. And when it's over, it's gonna be worth every single thing. And then you'll also have behind you that you were able to do it.
Yeah.
That it was hard, but you did it. So you'll be that much stronger, and you'll be able to look back on it and be like, you know what, I've dealt with this before. I can do it.
What are you in school for?
So I'm in school for business management.
Okay, that's good.
With fine arts and humanities.
That's good.
Okay.
Go girl.
Thank you, girl. I'm really trying. I know, like you said, a lot of ups and downs between high school and now. I had a baby, all type of stuff. So it's really hard to stay focused and stay grounded when you have so much on your plate, like your businesses and your family and just things that you like to do and want to do. It's really hard, but you just have to stay focused and try to do your best.
Yeah.
For who you are. Shoot, that's what I do.
Yeah. That's all you can do.
What about you, Miss Boss Lady?
It's been a busy and productive week. I have gotten some things. I'm working on my organizational skills. So that in itself is a job because I'm not a very organized person, but I'm getting better. Just picking up different skills. I have gotten a lot done this week, like new bank accounts, EIN, just gotten all kinds of things done this week. My tax business only has one more step. So major shout out to Miss Cat for helping me and developing me. And this tax academy, y'all, I'm telling you, it's like step by step. Like literally you watch one video and then when you go to the next step, like you complete one step at a time, and I'm able to understand it. And for me, that's huge, to understand the information so that you can give the best product.
Right.
When I'm taking care of my customers, I want them to know that they got the best. I want to be able to know that they can't go anywhere and get what I gave them.
Yeah, you want them to really be satisfied.
Absolutely. So I'm excited. It's very, very productive.
Okay.
Our beautiful producer.
Yes, ma'am.
How was your week, Miss Producer?
My week was great. My life is just so great right now. I'm just enjoying life. I had a really good week. And I don't know what more to say. I'm just
we love to hear.
Happy to be alive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
nothing ever changes as far as being busy and being over extended. That's every day. But you just got to do the best, like you said. Do the best you can. You can't stress about it. What get done, get done. What don't, you slide it over to the next to-do list and figure it out.
Yeah.
But my week has been really, really, really good. I've been taking my supplements. All those out there who know what my supplements is, I've been taking my supplements. So I've been a good, productive member of society, in no danger of catching a case. So
That's
I
important.
would say that is a win.
That's yes, definitely. That's a very important. So we will be right back. We're gonna take a really quick commercial break, and then we're gonna come back and talk about some logistics.
Okay.
If you're looking for healthy meal prep, family-style meals, or catering for your next event, look no further than the East Traveling Square Kitchen with Chef Square, Alan Phillips, specializing in soul food, family-style dining, and southern flavor. Chef Square can adhere to dietary needs like keto and bariatric meal prep without compromising on taste. Take advantage of weekly meal plans like the Starter Pack, 5 meals for $75 with 3 entree choices. Additional meal plans and contact-free delivery is available. Contact Chef Square of the East Traveling Square Kitchen today at 832-495-8836 and tell them Stunner Radio sent you.
And we are back. Thank you so much for sticking with us. We are ready to pop off black coffee with a side of tea with Miss Chelsea Burns.
Yes.
That's how you write Burns? Chelsea Burns? Okay. And please explain to us about your logistics company, because now I was excited. I'm ready. Let's hear about it.
Okay, so instead of just launching a regular dispatching company, I knew that once I got into trucking, I would want to take it a step further, and then take it a step further, and then take it a step further, because that's just the kind of person I am. I don't want to do things on small scale. If I'm going to do it, I need to do it all the way.
Mm-hmm.
So I launched my logistics company, which is called Mother Trucking Logistics.
Okay.
That's cute. A little feisty, very
That's
cute.
cute.
Easy to remember. And so right now I'm just doing dispatching, and I'm preparing to take my freight brokering course. The way I got into that was my boyfriend was like, well, I want to get a truck, and I'm gonna do hot shot. And I was like, okay, well, if you do hot shot, like maybe I could master routes. I didn't really know much about it. So then I just decided like, okay, let me look into this, and I found dispatching. And he ended up not getting the truck. He went for a Cadillac instead. And y'all, I was mad. I was livid. Like, why would you do that? That's so dumb. Like, no, why would you buy a Cadillac? But you know, men and their boys. And I'm like, well, he could get a Cadillac, but I still want to do dispatching.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up taking a course with Letitia from TUC Trucking. And she gave me just some basic knowledge. And it was a lot to take in at first. And I was like, well, I don't want to just sit on this and wait all day. Well, not all day, but for years before I launch my company, even if I don't feel like I don't know enough. So I just took a chance. I leaped and I opened the company. As soon as I opened, I had a neighbor who had a flatbed, and he was like, I'm trying to get some money. Like, let's do it. And I just started mapping routes. So right now I have 3 drivers, about 5 trailers, and I try to keep them on the road as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, every day is a learning experience. Nobody really taught me, although I did take the course, nobody really taught me how to talk to brokers, how to negotiate rates. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, and then I just kind of dived in head first. Yeah, like
it's a slimy business. I mean, it's a business that I've been in. All of them can be slimy. They're all businesses, but that one, it's got some undertones in it. I mean, the longer you be in it, you're gonna see who really running it.
Right.
Like who's ruling the freight, you know, and the brokerage firms. Some of these brokerage people are owned by the same person. One person on all these brokerage companies. I learned that when I was in logistics, and it was crazy. And you know, more than I could tell you off air, that you're gonna be probably like, you know. And if you haven't seen it yet, you're gonna be like, okay, this is what she was talking about. So it's very lucrative, and I think it's another area that is not there's not many Black people in it.
right.
There's one, you know, race, ethnicity, I would say, that's in it heavy. And really behind the scenes,
They hear
heavy.
Yeah.
But you know what? And I'm gonna say this, and it might not be that favorable. I've heard from a lot of people that when you are getting drivers, you don't want to get the Black drivers. And they say that because the black drivers, one, are the most disrespectful to women. Two, are least likely to work as hard.
Well, unfortunately, I have to say that drivers like that come in every race.
Okay.
So I wouldn't
That's
say,
true.
and then I was only in the industry for like 4 years,
Mhm.
but I was running the whole shop.
Mhm.
And I can say that you get drivers like that of every race though. I wouldn't say that is specific to black drivers.
Mhm.
I would say this, you got to do more recruiting for black drivers. You do, because you're going to get the ones that, you know, kind of slack off a little bit. They kind of know how to work the system.
Right.
They kind of don't do their paperwork and their logbooks. You're going to get those kind immediately because they've been around. They know what to do.
Right.
But you got to do heavy recruiting for younger drivers who really just want to make that money. They're not going to buy no games. They're going to do their paperwork.
Yeah.
I had one, a black driver. I mean, you know, he ended up being my man. But that's beside the point.
Big truck driver.
But I'm saying, he was so meticulous with his paperwork. Everything filled out, the logbooks, the weigh stations, everything he had to do, he was on top of it. I mean, and that's just, he was black. So it's not really specific to race. It has a lot to do with people's background, you know, how long they've been doing this. It's like anything else. If you talk to a nurse or even a pharmacist that's been doing it for 20 some years, they cut a lot of corners, period.
Right.
And people can't even defend that. They cut a lot of corners.
Black, white, Hispanic,
No matter what
whatever race.
Because they've been doing it so long, they know how to beat the system. They know how to make it look like they did their job when they really didn't. That's in all industries.
Right.
So I wouldn't say black drivers. I really hate, it's sad for me to hear that because, you know, black people have such a hard time.
They do.
Anyway, but when you
Right.
when you come into an industry and people are already telling you, don't hire nobody black, don't deal with the black
They
drivers.
make you not.
Yeah, because
It
it's
makes
your
you not.
company on the line.
It actually
It's
does.
your assets on the line. So
Yeah, and it
just
makes you
really
think
depends.
about what you're putting out there. So if I'm getting nothing but lazy drivers and nothing but people that don't really want to work, and I'm putting them out there, that's a problem on my end.
Exactly.
It's you just have to streamline your hiring process.
Exactly.
Interview very strenuous. You know, make sure that, because I will say I know what you're saying and I've seen it myself, but it's not necessarily the fact that they're black drivers, is that they're older drivers. And like you said, they've been in there, they cut corners, they know what they're gonna do and what they're not gonna do, and but they're gonna tell you. I say, man, I'm not doing this.
It's their mindset.
I'm
They're already
exactly.
stuck in their ways.
what makes
Exactly.
this unique is that you can't go with them on the trip, so you really don't know what they're doing. A lot of companies got cameras though. They got cameras all over. There's only certain parts in the trailer where the person sleep or whatever. They don't have no camera, but they got that dash cam where they can look see what you doing.
Exactly.
You supposed to be driving. You supposed to be
And some of them have
So-
a speed and
Yes.
tracker on them.
Yeah, they
So
do.
if you start going too fast, it's gonna alert.
Yeah, my company had that. We had a speed tracker. We had every time you pass by a weigh station, we know you're supposed to go there. We knew. I mean, we had so many things in place because that's what's unique about that industry. You can't be with them all the time, so you got to go on their word, and that's hard for any industry. That's just like childcare. You can't be there all day and really know. They know what you're supposed to be doing with your child, but I mean, I love that you're doing it, and I just hate that somebody told you that.
Well, you know, people can say what they want, and I am not saying that it's not true, but I'm for the people. I'm for my people, and so my market as of right now, most of the people I know are black truck drivers. So if that's what we go with, then that's what we'll go with. And like she said, you know, you have to streamline. Like when I'm talking to you, I can tell how serious you are, and if you are not on the same level of seriousness that I am, then we just won't be a good fit if you don't have your priorities together. When I tell you I got a load for you this day, this time, this day, this time, like, you know, you can just always kind of tell. So right now I have 3 young and motivated drivers, and I'm gonna stick with them. I've already explained to them, like, we are a team. All of us, we're gonna take care of each other. I'm gonna make sure that you always get the top dollar. I'm gonna fight tooth and nail for these brokers because I know that they can be, like you said, slimy. And I'm gonna make sure that we take care of business. I'm gonna make sure that I can get you in and get you out all the time. So yeah, I mean, for now, I don't see that. For now, I'm with, like I said, 3 motivated drivers, and I'm proud of them, and I'm gonna stick beside them.
I know that's
But you know, I just feel like you should even sometimes tell them that. This is what people are saying. You know, so don't make it worse. Make sure that you cross every T and dot every I. Don't give people a reason to put you in that category.
because the black people that are like that give us a bad name. They give that representation a bad look.
But I think that's what I was talking about off air about the black experience. Why do all black people got to be judged by one or two people?
Right.
You don't see that with other races. I mean, everybody ain't. Well, yes, you do.
Yeah,
Yes, you do.
I think
for us, I feel like it's even more like.
I think because it's so much and maybe so often it occurs.
Mm-hmm. And it's
every
negative.
moon you
Every
might
single
see a
time it's
different
negative.
race, but you often see our skin tone in those situations.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel like it comes where that is majority of. That's when it's categorized as these type of people are like that.
And it's bothersome because all of us is not like that.
But you know what? When you have like a situation like I just said, somebody told me that these were black people that told me. These weren't white people. These are your own people.
That's not surprising.
These are your own people.
Unfortunately, we are not even aware of the biases that we have.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, just think about it. When you go somewhere and it's a black cashier or a white cashier, who are you going to? For sure. I'm going to the sister. But some other black people like, I'm not gonna go to her. She's like, she already got an attitude.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes that just be our look. Everybody ain't got no customer. I'm talking about neither one of them got a customer. You can go to either one. So sometimes it's like
whichever one the
she
quickest.
she already looks like she got an attitude.
I'm going over there.
I'm not gonna deal with her and blah blah blah.
Right.
It's like we get judged immediately. People expect you to have an attitude. They expect you not to do good work. They expect you to be lazy.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this, okay? Because I feel where you're coming from, but personally, I've experienced a girl with an attitude when I walk up to the register.
Me too.
Yeah,
I've experienced it more than one time. So when I encounter it, it's like, okay, yeah, you're having a bad day today, but what about the people on the other side?
But see, I've encountered that with all races, though. It's not just black.
It's not just
black women.
People.
But black women are the one who get looked at like we got attitude.
Every black women.
Everybody have an attitude when you making $12 an hour.
Yeah.
So it ain't got nothing to do with race. Right. You know, everybody got attitude. I be telling them, girl, I don't blame you. I have attitude if I work till 2. And that kind of like break the ice with them. Like, girl, I'm like, yeah, because it's hot up here. You ain't have no fans.
Yeah.
You know, I just be, try to talk to them.
I do something totally different. I proposition them. Here's my card. You should have a side hustle. This should not be your only source of income. Call me.
Mm-hmm. That's a good thing too. That's a good
Whataburger. I'm notorious
to ice break them too. But it's also a little judgy, because you don't know, one, they might already have a side hustle. 2, this might be what they want. Mm-hmm. So I mean, a side hustle for everybody.
Hey, it's your girl Lisa Dene, and I want to tell you about a product that has changed my life. Rain Premium Sanitary Napkins. Rain products are infused with a Nobel Prize-winning material called graphene. It's the graphene strip that provides the various health benefits that can improve your quality of life during that time of the month. Listen, I've been very loyal to a certain brand of feminine products, but I've never experienced the results I get with Rain products. The difference is in the graphene strip. Using Rain products has totally eliminated the painful cramps I experience, and it can also help balance your body's pH, eliminate harmful bacteria, and help fight fatigue. Graphene moves heat away from your core to keep you cool and comfortable. Ladies, it's time to upgrade your feminine care with products that not only offer protection, but also improve your health and wellness. Place your order today and receive your premium sanitary napkins delivered directly to your door. Visit www.drfcare.com to make your purchase today. And don't forget to mention that your girl Lisa Dene and Stunner Radio sent you.
I guess a person could, make a decent living doing something like that just because they are popular. And most of the times it is. Oh, I got on it was some drama on Instagram. Yes. I went a person could, whatever. Make a decent living doing something like that just because they are popular. And most of the times it is.
Houston is one of those places where popularity counts. Like we are now one of the we're a party city.
Yeah, we on the map.
And Dallas, and Dallas is big about popularity.
Definitely. Yeah. And Dallas is so
she's from Dallas, so
Fort Worth,
Fort Worth.
But not really. I haven't been here for a long time.
Born,
But I think Houston is one of those places where popularity counts. Dancers are popular, DJs are popular. Everybody wants to be a part of the nightlife. Everybody wants to be a part of the cool clique. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to be on the scene. So I think that's how they get so much influence.
Right. A couple of years ago, in the DFW area, gangs were the popular thing. It was cool to be seen with the Crip homie or the Blood homie or whatever. I didn't know that we were back to that, but
I was like, when did they stop doing
They ain't never left. That's
when I was
always
in
been.
when I was in
Since
high
a
school,
kid.
it was popular, but when I grew up, it kind of faded back a little bit. But now it seems like
It faded back in your life because you ain't a gangster, but it ain't never faded.
I was never a
It ain't
gangster.
never faded.
But it
when
was
you
cool
young,
to be
you
hanging
have,
around.
when you're young, you hear more about it.
Right.
As you get older, you don't hear about it.
Because you're not
But when
in it.
you know a certain type of person, you still know about it. I'm just saying. I ain't talking about myself or
Oh,
nothing.
Lisa
She
the big homie.
You just know about certain things, but that ain't never going nowhere. That's a way of life. You know?
Yeah.
It's a way of life. But anyway.
I do think that it can go a little bit far, as far as just like people say, I've seen a lot of people say, oh, I got these likes organically, they're not paid likes. And that's pretty much where that, I guess where that whole influencer thing comes from, because you're paying people to, get it out there. I took it, this is how in the dark I am. I took it as, how you boost posts on Facebook, and a lot of people that say that those are not organic likes or whatever, when you do something like that. So what would be a way to get organic likes if you're not an influencer?
Well, I don't know why they would say that's not organic, because just because you're boosting the post doesn't mean you're paying anybody.
Right. You did it though. You made it.
Boosted it up.
Yeah.
Well, you paid them to show it more, but that doesn't mean it's not organic likes. To me, likes that are not organic is people that pay that you pay.
Yeah.
The apps and the bots and all that. But you pay to have all these likes just appear on your page.
Oh, wait a minute.
That's
okay.
what that is.
Yes.
I didn't know you could do that.
Or if you ever see somebody's page and they got all these graphic designers and different languages under their posts, like then you can kind of know like these people pay for their likes. Like that's not a real thing.
Okay, I didn't know you could do that. That is
Awesome.
okay. So I'm learning a little something about likes, organic and paid. So, how long have you had your company?
So I've only been open about a week now.
Whoa! And you have 3 drivers?
Yeah, I've been working hard doing networking.
Oh wow! Congratulations!
Yeah,
That's big.
Yes. So I have, like I said, these are connections to people that I already know. Before I even started, launched the opening of my business, I knew that I would need drivers. So I was already on the scout. One of them I went to college with. 2 of them I went to college with, and the other one just happened to live next door to me. So.
Wow.
Just like that, just a lot of networking. I've also been taking flyers out and handing them out at truck lots. Anytime I see a truck or a trailer, I'm handing out a flyer or a business card. I have to buy 100 more because I've passed out 100. But like I don't want
that's
to.
it.
Yeah, that's really good. You're getting rid of them.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't want to be complacent. I don't want to be sitting still. Like I have to keep it going because if I don't, I'll get bored and I'll start something else.
Right.
And then you don't want to have to rely on drivers. What I mean is you don't want to have so little drivers that they know, oh, she need me.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So it's kind of like they're in control at that point.
Right.
So yeah, complacency will lead to that.
Mm-hmm.
And you should lead with being a part of a ground floor opportunity, because a lot of people that will give it their all, want to be that. I was here from day one. I was.
Right.
Yeah.
We started out from the bottom up.
Right.
I was shooting with you in the gym.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. A lot of people, are motivated by that. I know I am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm motivated by being a part of a ground floor opportunity because there's nothing wrong with walking into a company that's already made, but it feels different. It hits different when you help make it.
Yeah, I actually just had that conversation with one of my drivers yesterday. He was telling me about how he's gonna do good business, and I'm like, well, you got to, like, we a team. It's just me, you, and a couple other people. Like, we all we got for right now. So we have to carry each other. I'm gonna make sure I do my part. You make sure you do your part. And then once this keeps growing, you'll know that you already have a value space in my company. But I definitely plan to take us from here all the way up. So as long as you stick with me, as long as you rock with me, and like you said, you do good business, then
we should be fine.
Yeah, we're gonna be good.
Yeah. So I do want to ask you a question now. With all of your with your trucking company, how do you have time for your chef to be a chef? How do you have time for that?
Ooh, yeah, it's difficult. So along with being a chef, I'm also in culinary school to learn different types of cuisines. And catering is slow right now because of COVID. Mm-hmm. So most of the time I'm doing meal preps, which are pretty easy to get out. And really, like, while I'm cooking, while I'm preparing these people's meal preps, I'm on the low board, like, let me find something that can go to Austin, or let me find something that can go to Dallas. But I'm
multitasking.
Just really multitasking, yeah. And the good thing about dispatching is that I can do it from anywhere. Mm-hmm. I can be sitting right here and I can send a load out. Right. I can be sitting. I have an event in California next month to cater, and I could go there and still be sending out trucks and catering as well. Right. So it's just, like I said, trying to find a balance and really multitasking. I don't want to give up on either because I hate to start things and then stop them abruptly. So I'll just have to make a way and keep it pushing. We're women, we can do it.
Yeah, like, absolutely.
It's not that we can't do it. Yeah. So that's it.
That's awesome.
I know. I'm really proud to hear that. I didn't know you were in culinary school, but I'm really happy to hear, and I'm really proud of you for starting your company and just keep going with your dreams. Girl, trust me, it's been a long time.
Yeah. I want to go back to something you said earlier about, or one of us said earlier about other cultures and how they run their businesses and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I think the reason why you don't see so much in Black communities is because people don't share what they know. Mm-hmm. It's like they're scared to tell you. If you do this, this, and this how much you can make. It's almost like
it's because they think you're gonna one up them, right, or be better than them. Some people feel that way, like you can't be better than me.
But why, if I helped you be better than me, ain't that a pat on my back too?
Yeah. I feel like it should be a support thing. I feel like we all have something to contribute. It shouldn't be one person that can't give that information or provide that. You know what I mean? Like give that extra push.
I just wonder where we picked up this thing where we're all against each other. Because I mean, you want somebody to do good, and if they do better than you, so what?
Right.
It's not a competition.
Yeah.
We all just trying to live.
It's not supposed
That's
to
my
be a
motto
competition.
too. Like it's enough money out here for everybody.
Absolutely.
Everybody. And everybody keeps saying, oh, the market is saturated for this and this. There's no such thing as a saturated market, period. Everything that you do different than somebody
Right, when
else.
it's your lane, it's your
Does not
lane.
matter.
And I think that I've lost my thought when you said saturated market, because I've heard that so much.
I know. I'm
It's so
saturated
annoying
with that.
when people say that. Oh, it's saturated. It's so many radio stations already. It's so many talk shows already. Okay, there's gonna
It's
be so
laziness.
many more after me.
Because there's so many.
It's not gonna stop new people from starting it.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't really matter.
Absolutely. And I think that's laziness and insecurity. It's either or. It's one or the other. It's either I'm scared that I won't be able to do it because other people are doing it, or I'm too lazy to one up somebody. Because at the end of the day, if you are claiming that the market is saturated, then you be that difference. When you were trying to start walking and you fail, you say, okay, well, you know what? Maybe walking is not for me.
Everybody
here you are walking, right?
Yeah.
Here you are walking. So come on. When you were dating and your boyfriend cheated, you didn't say, okay, well, maybe I'm not gonna date nobody. No, what did you do? Well, what I did was make sure that I look better than that heifer every day.
Right.
Every single day. So that my page.
You kind of missed the point, because if he cheated, it don't got nothing to do with your looks.
No, it doesn't.
That's the gaslighting that men have done, but that's a whole nother show. Because I can go off on a tangent on that. They'll be with the dustiest,
Yes,
busted,
the ugliest.
or it doesn't matter. Or if she could be fine, it don't matter. But you looking better than her don't really hurt her.
Yeah.
Because she
It's
might
a
still be
motivation for
getting
me.
beat.
It's a motivation for me, and everybody's motivated different.
Yeah, that's true.
I
just caution people when they compare yourself to other people, because looking better than her might not be that hard. So you only motivated to go here. You need to be here.
Right.
So what I'm saying is just, I just
and
caution
half
people
the time
from doing
it
that.
ain't that hard.
But I wanted to say real quick, because of something that you said about because we were talking about people feeling competing with each other. To play the devil's advocate for the other side, I think people are scared because people have come with ulterior motives.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that makes people scared, because some people will come and say, I want to help you with your business, but they really want to just steal.
Yeah.
They want to steal your ideas,
yes.
steal your policies and procedures. I had so many people say, I want to show on Stunner Radio just so they can get the manual. I already done heard it's floating out there. That's fine. I do good writing. So I ain't worried about it. I did the policies and procedures. You can have that too for your station or your podcast platform, whatever you want to do. You can have it. All you had to do was ask me for it, though. You didn't have to come and say, oh, I want to show and go through all the steps to the point where you get the policies and procedures, and now, I can't do it right now. But then pop up later with a show. We're not going to talk about that on the air. But anyway, that's what makes people feel kind of iffy about helping each other.
Opening up to other people and giving them the game.
Because all you got to do is just be honest. Just be honest and say, I don't know that much about what I'm trying. I'm trying to do the same thing you're doing. Can you show me how to do it? If the person say no, then let that be. Don't be like,
but
I want to learn how to.
That. They don't take no for an answer. So
and that's why they slide in.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with that is, if you that lazy where you want to steal everybody's other, policies, you want to steal what they charge for their shows, you want to steal that, then what you gonna do when you can't steal?
Right.
Then you can't come up with your own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you.
So what if you got something you want to do and you can't steal from nobody?
Right.
So how do you discern between somebody who really just needs some help, they really want your insight, versus somebody who is trying to steal your
For me, I try the energies. I deal with the energy. I can feel people's energies before they even get to me.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I let it slide. If I love the person, I don't say nothing. I just pray that they get their stuff together. Because I can feel the energy is not for me. But if I love them, I still deal with them to a point. But when it comes to people who I feel they slimy, I don't care if nobody agrees with me. I will not work with them.
Right.
Period. I will not work with them. And people go, oh, but they're a good person. I referred them to you. We're not a good match. We're not compatible.
We're not compatible for me.
Yeah, we're not compatible. But also, I feel like, too, when you can't discern, don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
If they're going to come in and steal, let them have it.
Right.
Because nobody can do it like you.
Exactly.
So it doesn't even matter.
Exactly.
You can steal my policy, you can
Okay.
steal my logo, you can steal my setup, how I do my shows, you can steal all that, but you're not me.
Yeah,
So I ain't worried about
it done like me.
Yeah. So if they steal your ideas and how you do your mapping and your routes and all that, that's okay. Let them have.
Yeah, because like I said, I just started, but I have people calling me like, yeah, what logo boards are you using? Or how did you do this? Or who did your logo? Or who did this? And the one thing is I'm a firm believer in what's for me is for me. And I don't want to miss my blessing trying to be ugly to you. So whatever you ask, if you need help with finding a logo board, sure. These are the ones that I use. I use this, I use this, I use this. And I invest in my company. I don't go the cheap route. I don't do anything on a low scale. Like I really don't. I pay $400 for my logo.
I was gonna say those logo boards ain't cheap either.
They're not. I paid $400 for my logo. I paid for all of my logo boards out of pocket, and this was before I even had loads, just so that I could be ready. So
that was so smart.
That's the only thing to do. Like that was the smartest decision to make. And so if you want to invest, if you are willing to invest in your company, like I did mine, then you really want it. But if you're trying to cheat me out of it and just weasel your way into then.
And I feel like it is also a limit though for you keep it coming to me. At some point I'm gonna have to charge you.
Definitely.
Because if you asking me ABC and I'm basically doing everything for you, no. At some point I will have to charge. I'm not in the practice of charging people to share a post. I don't think that's cool. But if you're trying to ask me to build your whole business from top to bottom, I gotta be paid for that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why I feel like sometimes you could try to be a good person and get taken advantage of, and then it turns you to the other side where you're like, okay, I gotta have a limit to this.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I gotta have a limit to it. Because people who own boutiques, because I had a boutique many years ago, and now people will say I will share my vendor list with you where I get my products from for a price.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, wow.
Yeah.
To me, I don't
I'm in
think
a lot
that,
of groups that
I don't like that though, because
we'll charge you.
You still gotta buy the merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if we got the same supplier with.
Yeah.
That part is weird to me.
Yeah.
Now, if you come to me and say, I want your vendor list, and I also want to know where you got your fixtures, who did this, who did that, how did you design your logo, what software did you use? Okay, now that part I'm gonna send invoice you because now you're doing too much.
Absolutely. That is too much. But I agree with you. I don't think that people should sell vendor lists. I had one person who sold a vendor list to me for $4. I thought that was reasonable. It was 150 vendors on that list.
But
the thing about it, I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say most of the time when they're selling these vendor lists, these are not even the vendors they use.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was gonna say. And half of them people on that list out of business, done change location, different website. Because if you've been in that business, any type of wholesaling, those people don't keep the same. They move around. Mm-hmm. Their phone numbers be changed. Their website, they upgrade their website. Everything's different. You can have a list from 4 years ago and call down the list. You probably get 10 people out of 150. If that. Because things change so quick in that industry. That's why I feel like that's a scam to sell a vendor list.
So how do you feel about the fraud Bible? They're selling that too.
What fraud Bible?
A lot of that information is, like she said, old, expired. Is done with.
It's going for $300. The fraud Bible to teach you how to scam. And people are buying it. That's
the people that are buying a book that's teaching you how to scam deserve to be scammed by this book. So so they get what they deserve.
I feel like people are buying this book out of desperancy, like trying to get rich quick schemes. And like I said, a lot of the information that is in the fraud Bible, don't ask me how I know, but I know it is like old and outdated, doesn't work. Just some BS that somebody put on a piece of paper for you to follow, and it's just
selling it for $300.
Yeah,
because they're in fact,
it was 2 years ago. More than that now.
They are fraud
exactly.
Absolutely. So they know the type of people that's gonna go for this.
The person that I knew that was selling it, she's a booster.
Like I said,
they know what type of people to do.
And there's no honor amongst thieves, so you
absolutely not. You don't know, absolutely not. If you give them something, if a thief sell you a book and it got invisible ink, they're gonna be like, "Well, you knew who I was.
Yeah.
Right. I was a thief.
Right. Just wipe it off.
There's no refunds.
Absolutely. It just kind of makes me sad to see, where we are. So my question to each lady: how do we fix it?
What part?
just that part, the desperation, the selling the list, the broad Bible, the not helping each
not
other, not willing to, be
that's
that
a long answer.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother show answer, because you can't. I mean, it's going to. I'll take a whole hour talking on this.
It's self. It starts with self.
It starts with self, but
Absolutely.
also, why do you think so many people trying to scam? Why do you think so? Because let's be real about our society. You have people with real honest jobs that can't even eat, can't pay their bills, can't hardly get to work because they ain't got no gas.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and then you got people who taking their clothes off, stripping, and ain't got nothing up here, making 6 figures.
And that's
so. How would you feel? Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then that has another part to do with it. Society and social media has glorified easy jobs, the easy way out. It's no longer honorable to be an honest, hardworking woman.
Not at all.
I had somebody tell me that I was too independent, and I didn't know how to take it. I've been like this my whole life.
I've heard that so many times, especially from men.
It's nothing I
What
can
do you mean too independent?
Yeah,
so what, I'm supposed to be under the bridge? Because if I don't,
they want you to be submissive, and I know that's off topic.
But that definition has been twisted
so much
of submissive. For first of all, it needs to be said. I know this is a whole other show and another topic, but this needs to be said. If you want your woman to be submissive, you need to give her something to submit to.
Do your part.
We submit naturally. When there is a man that is leading us, we naturally submit. Some of us,
but here's my
not all of us.
But both people got to submit to. Yeah, you already know. I'm gonna speak up. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Both people got to submit to each other. It's no one boss. It can't never be like that. And you know what kills me is that people act like they don't like these gender roles, but then they throw these gender roles down our throat every day.
Yes.
You're a woman, so you're supposed to do this.
Yeah.
Or you're a woman. Okay, well, what if I don't identify as a woman no more? What if I identify as a boss and that's it and that's all? That means no gender. That means just call me the boss.
I'm a no label.
The crazy thing about men is the same thing that they love about you later ends up being the same thing they hate about you.
I love that you're so outspoken.
Yeah, when we were in the talking stage,
you always got something to say.
When we were in the talking stage, he was like, "Yeah, you get your own money. I don't have to you don't depend on the man for nothing. You missed me when I was broke. Oh, now I'm too independent. Can't nobody tell me nothing."
Oh, you think you somebody? You think you a boss? You think
you're not as confident as you really be talking about? Like, I thought you liked that about me, that I was cute and I was confident.
You're not as confident as you've been saying.
And because I told him, I was like, I'm gonna go on a diet. I done gained a little weight since the quarantine. I'm just still picking it up. I think he was like, everybody be talking about confidence, but they're not really as confident as what they be talking about.
Oh, people who don't shoot straight, like people who gotta say it in a general way. Yeah, if you're gonna say it, just say my name. Say you not confident. Don't say some people.
Well, I ain't gonna say
I'm fine, okay, and I know that. All right, it's somewhere. It might not be you, but somewhere it's a man who's gonna say, "Yeah, baby, go on there, but you look good."
But it's so annoying. It is so annoying. You are so right. The very thing they love about you. As soon as you get into the thick of it, they won't change that.
That's what they don't.
I don't like all them different colors you be wearing. I don't like all that glitter lipstick. You was the one that chased me down across the room about these glitter lips. So now all of a sudden you don't like it?
What? Crazy. Make it make sense.
You are and then I think a lot that has to do with it too. Men are really insecure. They have these low underlying insecurities and past traumas that they never dealt with from when their mama might have beat them too much or whatever the case may be, and then they carry it on into adulthood
over after their 20s and their 30s,
and it gets worse. The older they get, the worse it gets.
Tell me about it.
Yes,
being about to be 50 years old and got to deal with these old men, it is so annoying. It's like, how old do you got to be before you let go of your high school prom date?
Yeah,
man.
Damn,
man.
She didn't call you back. Okay, I gotta pay for it. Everybody else gotta pay for it.
That is absolutely.
It's like, Lord have mercy. Or your first wife, or your baby mama.
Yeah,
it's like, my God.
The first wives for me. Let it go, y'all.
Yes.
On. We talking about something else.
Or old girlfriends. Or I don't know. I'm not sure what it is.
Or y'all women.
Yeah, seek professional. If you're watching this right now and you got some trauma that you're holding on to, a little heartbreak, like Boosie said, your heart got broke at 14 and you still holding on to it. seek professional help. Okay, your insurance will cover a counselor, a psychiatrist.
A lot of men don't recognize therapists though. They don't want to go to a therapist.
But whose fault is that? Let's go on and get it real and talk about it for real. Whose fault is that?
Mama knew.
They mamas?
Auntie knew. Daddy knew.
I think it's their mamas, but I also think it's women. It's women because some women will not call a man out on his BS.
Oh, yeah.
Why? Because they want to stay with him. They don't want to upset him, and then he end up leaving her anyway.
Yeah, we got.
And then the next woman get him. And especially if it's me, I'm gonna call you out on your BS. I'm gonna let you know. Well, ain't nobody ever said that to me. That's because they were scared of you.
Yeah.
They were scared of losing you, but I'm not.
I always say they didn't say it to your face. I said they said
That
they didn't say it to your face.
That part.
And a lot of times these men are validated their crazy opinions and whatever else it is they have by their moms. Oh, I talked to my mom about it. She said you could have. Your mama don't sleep with you. She don't know what you like on that end of the spectrum. Like she might have had you, but she don't lay with you. She don't know.
That.
And that part.
And that's exactly what I say. Why don't you go?
Your mama did.
For me, I am all my boys is mama's boys. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I let whatever female in my son's life, I let them know I'm always ride with my son. Period. Mm-hmm. But right is right and wrong is wrong. Right. If my son wrong, I'm gonna tell him and you wrong.
Right.
You wrong. But if you think you're gonna deter me from riding for my son, I'm always
absolutely not.
Period.
And just like with my mama, she's the same way. Like you, my daughter, I'm gonna ride with you, but I'm gonna tell you when you're wrong. Yeah. It's been times where I went to her like, yeah, this happened, and I'm thinking she gonna be on my side, and she be like, well, you should know. And then now I'm like, okay, well,
my bad.
Let me go.
You're absolutely right, and a lot of it is, these mothers, and it's not just with men; it's with women too. They uphold their children in their wrong, and that's.
But once you're grown, though, I think you need to know better for your own self, regardless of what your mama say. You know when you're wrong, and you know when you're right.
Hello, say it again for the ones that's watching.
But hold on now, some wrong people that's not.
Tell me everything.
It's some wrong people that still don't recognize that they're wrong because they're still being upheld in it.
But that's what I'm saying.
Their egos are strong,
especially if they got a little change. A woman is scared to tell them the truth. Mm-hmm. If you date a rich man, nobody tells them the truth. Nobody. Everybody kisses up to them and tell them what they want to hear.
With their hand out.
But I'll be letting them know, I don't care how much money you got.
Period.
You still an asshole, and you're not going to talk to me crazy.
Right.
Period.
That's it.
Now pay for this check so we can go.
Have y'all, and I might be digging too deep into the topic, but have y'all ever watched Kevin Samuels' podcast?
I don't like him.
No. Because it goes along with the lines like how you said, people are scared to tell men with money what they need to hear. Well, according to Kevin Samuels, women, when you have a high value man, which is a man with a lot of money, you should just sit back and let him do whatever he wants.
That's why I don't like him. That's why I don't like him. Because what do that sound like to you? Slavery.
Yeah.
It sounds like slavery to me. Just because you're in control of the bag, you're in control of the purse, I'm supposed to say yes, sir, yes, sir.
Let you step out and let you do whatever it is that you want to do. And while I stay fit and I cook and I clean and I write a cookbook.
Absolutely.
He's single, ain't he?
I think he's gay. I think he's gay too, but he's divorced like 3 times.
I'm so tired of people listening to these broken men. He broken. Why would you listen to this broken man?
To other people. He's spreading this out.
He has a huge following.
Yes, he does.
So now, subconsciously, these people are listening to that shit.
Yes, they are.
Because people just want to be wrong. They want to do wrong. They want somebody who's going to uphold them in that.
And they're getting it. They're getting it.
You know what I think? I think that he found his platform, and he mostly says he's speaking to black men and black women specifically. And then black women call in and they allow this man to bash them and to talk crazy about them. And I think that it's because a lot of black women come from broken homes. We didn't see our mothers get to be wives. You know what I'm saying? Or we didn't see them get to not be anything but sole providers in the household. And I think that now when these women want to be married, they see men like Kevin Samuels to abuse them because they feel like, oh, he's helping me. My daddy wasn't in the home. I didn't get to see my mama do this.
So as long as he's there, it should be good.
Yeah, but they're seeking guidance from a man who they feels like knows what men want.
I know that you are so on point about that. That's what it is. Because I grew up with both of my parents. Yeah, I have seen my mother be a wife. I've seen my dad be a husband. And I was always on the side of my dad because my mother didn't work. And I was like, you don't work, so why are you talking? And every time she tried to say something to my daddy, I was like, you don't even work. So,
Right.
But anyway, I believe that is the reason why a lot of people would allow a man to put them in a parent-child relationship. Because a lot of these relationships out here now is that. It's parent-child.
Yes.
If the man ain't trying to be your daddy, he wants you to be his mama.
Yes.
And I be letting them know all day, this is an adult relationship. Ain't nobody the parent and ain't nobody the child. We equals here. So I'm not going to lay out your clothes. I'm not going to do stuff for you that you need to be doing for yourself because you're an adult. And also, I don't need you to do that stuff for me. I don't need you to tell me how to wear my hair. I don't need you to tell me how to dress. I'm a grown woman.
Right.
Fully developed adult at full mental capacity. So I don't have no problems, understanding what I need to do throughout my day. But I agree with you. Some women feel like because I didn't have a dad, I need that guidance. But my advice to you is that chapter of your life is closed. Okay, you didn't have a dad. Let it go.
You're an adult.
Now you're grown. You don't no longer need a father. You need a partner. And some men feel like they still need a mother, and that's annoying to me.
Yes.
If you did not have your mother, you didn't have a good relationship, that's not my problem.
It goes back to
That
unresolved
chapter is
issues.
closed.
It
Yeah.
goes back to unresolved issues, which is why men and women seek that and look for that in these adult relationships.
But also on the flip side of that, if you into that, give them what they want. If they want you to be their mama, be their mama. It just don't work for me. If you're into that.
If you're into
I
Come on
Get
now.
the words out my mouth because I
gotta always make your doctor's appointments.
No.
I gotta. You grown. You gotta call and make your own doctor's appointments.
I do some of those things, but that's because I don't have a problem with being the person to schedule everything and lay the schedules out, the plan of action. I don't have a problem with that. Now, I'm not gonna lay your clothes out. I'm not gonna do those things, but I will schedule your doctor's appointment because I wanted to be on a day that I can go with you. I will do those things.
I need you to be able to call and make your appointment. I need to be able to hear you do that.
I don't feel it necessary for me to go with you.
Me?
I
don't. Now, if it's a problem.
Then I'm more support.
Why do you?
First of all, if we married, if it's a problem, the doctor gonna call me anyway.
Yeah.
If we married,
they might
unless you tell them not to.
Right. And that's why I want to be there.
But see, I'm not your mama because if you choose not to tell me what's going on with your health,
on you.
That's on you, boo boo.
Because you should be talking to me about it.
Because guess who's taking care of their own health? This one right here.
You not fist to die and leave me here with this shiggity.
Okay.
You fist to stay alive and take all the abuse I give you.
Like I said, it's not for everybody. Because
I don't mind it, but if you're a person that's not for you, then that's not for you. But I may be a control freak.
I feel like that's a lot for me. I feel like I have a child and I make
it's a lot. I have a child.
I cook.
A whole business.
It's a lot for me. I wouldn't be able to pick up no phone and make no appointment for him.
But I think it's when you have grown up in a home when you've seen a real man and they handle their business. So you get a man who can't even make his own doctor's appointment. You be like. Or I'm going on job and you don't know what to say.
Right.
I ain't for you, boo.
That's going too far right there.
I need you to be fully developed and fully grown before you step to me.
I'm actually a person who didn't grow up with a dad in the home. So my first relationship with my son's dad was really toxic, and it was one of those parent-child relationships. Like he was my daddy, I was his mama, and it got exhausting. So then once we separated, I stayed by myself for a long time because I needed to heal from all the toxicity and stop not give it to other people. And then I got with my current boyfriend, and he's a man, like a man, and he required different things from me. And I have to always tell him, like, you have to be patient with me because I'm still learning how to be a woman to a man. I don't know anything other than how to be a strong, independent woman.
Right.
My mama did everything, by herself. And we're just alike. But I have a sister who grew up when my mama got married, and she's 19 now. So we experienced the same for a little bit, but by the time my stepdad was there, I was already like a senior in high school.
Fully formed,
yeah. So my sister is different. She loves to be in relationships. She's really nurturing and nice. And sometimes I'm really like this person who's like, we gotta do this. No, sometimes I can be a B word. Like,
just real adamant.
But it's because I have to take care of everything by myself. Like I'm doing everything alone. For real, like sometimes I'm not.
I feel sick.
Sometimes like you are unaffectionate. Like, okay, I don't know what to do. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, I'm just,
exactly.
you know, like.
I feel validated. I feel so validated right now. I had so many men say that. You seen me crying and you didn't do nothing?
No.
Because I'm trying to figure out why the hell you crying.
And at the same time,
I'm crying because the cable got cut off.
I'm
and I'm supposed to console
like,
you.
I'll make sure you eat. I'll make sure like you are taken care of. If you need anything, I'm generous. Like, but I can't. I don't always know how to be a woman to a man. And so,
well, it does come with time, but I think that, you are strong and you are independent, and some men really just don't know how to deal with that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of men have never really seen that. Mm-hmm. They saw it in their mom, but they didn't really admire it.
Experience that.
Yeah, and I don't think they would admire it if they did see it. So they admire it from the outside looking in, but when they get to know you, it's kind of like, can you let me do something for you?
Yeah.
I don't need you to do nothing for me.
Right.
I mean, I need you to do something for me.
Yeah.
And you slacking on that. So what about that?
That part.
What about that? Because I didn't gave you detailed instructions.
And then I feel like I could be submissive, but like you said, you gotta give me a reason. Like, do your part.
Yeah.
If I'm still at home, I still gotta pay all these bills by myself. I still gotta take care of my son by myself. I still gotta take him to get haircuts
by myself.
Exactly. What am I submitting to you for?
Hello?
That part.
I cannot get.
I can't do anything.
Yeah,
I'm not even around at this point.
I don't have a reason to submit.
Cookie factory.
Dry the desert, just dry.
Shot. Don't even.
So it's like yeah.
But I think that girl, I don't even know what to say to you. I don't even know what to say to you. All I know is that it is very difficult to be that type of woman.
Yeah.
Especially in this type of skin. Mm-hmm. Because it's not expected and it's not admired. Mm-hmm. It's like, let me help you. Let me pay a bill. I had somebody came here the other day and it was like, oh, this is nice. Can I pay one of your bills for you? How's the electric for you? Can I pay it? And I was like, I'm good. It's good.
I gotta take you care of. Like,
I got it.
Oh, okay. Well, let me know if you want me to take over something. No, so then you can say you part owner.
Exactly.
I don't need
and
that.
So my last toxic, my relationship with my son, my baby daddy, he came in. I'm sorry, not baby daddy, but my son's father. He came in. He was paying all the bills and he was taking care of me. My mom was like, okay, that's good. Like, and then it got toxic. And abusive and then he started to be like, well, I pay all the bills and you don't work and I got all the money, and it was like, okay, wait, hold on,
let me understand this. So just because you putting stuff in this house and paying and doing all of this, I'm not supposed to have an opinion?
You don't have a say. He started to dog me. I feel like it made him lose respect for me. He started to just completely dog me out, and I felt stuck.
Because he put you in the place of a child.
Exactly. He was controlling.
Yeah, and you really didn't have an opinion. You didn't have a voice to him.
Nothing. And
that happened to me. In my first marriage, I was very young. I shouldn't have got married at 22. But I just didn't know. I felt like we was good from, we was best friends. Even before we started dating each other. So I felt like I know him, he know me.
Right.
But once he convinced me to leave my job, that was the biggest mistake I ever made.
Yes.
But we had a child, was a newborn, and I was just like tired all the time. Just leave your job, I make enough for both of us. Mm-hmm. That little voice in the back of my head was like, don't do it, girl. Don't do it. But I was tired. I was exhausted. Yes. I was like, you know what? I would love to leave my job. Mm-hmm. It lasted for 2 years. 2 years because I got tired of asking for money. When I can go make my own money, why I gotta ask you for money? And then what you need it for?
No.
What? Just because I need it. I mean, excuse me?
My turning point. Everything.
My turning point was for a birthday. I got him a birthday gift and he was really unappreciative. And I was like, you don't like it? Like, what's going on? He was like, you used my money to get it. Ooh. I was like, oh.
Ooh, well.
Wow. A man could never again and will never again put me in a position like that.
Yes.
Never. So when people talk about, oh, I want a man to pay all my bills, I'm like, girl, I want to go have 50-50, please. Like,
no. That's where I'm at. I don't want to be put down to a child.
Yeah.
I don't want to be put down to a child's level because that's what they do to you. Mm-mm. Because you know how it is when you're a kid, what you hear all the time. You don't pay no bills in this house. Yeah. You shut that light off or you close it. If you don't pay no bills in this house, it's the same when you get grown. And they paying all the bills, they feel the same way. You don't pay no bills in this house. So what opinion do you have?
It definitely has to be a mutual level of respect for the submission for me. To be able to submit, I need that. I need that mutual level.
But why do people act like submission is just the best thing ever?
I don't think that I think that the ability to be able to submit is the best thing ever.
Yes.
To be able to not have to be the
Yeah.
end all and the back and every
Yes.
single thing, to go to bed at night knowing that if I don't have it, he have it, that is the best thing.
I agree.
It's that. It's not that
I don't
you
need
submit.
Actually submitting
It's
is the security.
Yes.
Well, I don't need that, so I guess why I don't see this. I don't see the need to submit. I don't need that. I can sleep well at night knowing that I got it all.
That you got it. Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
think
I sleep
nobody.
just fine if I
I
have it
don't
or not,
wanna
but it
depend
feels
on
really
nobody.
good.
It's
To know.
a better relief.
To know that if I don't have it, oh, okay, I'm not gonna have to get up in the morning and just go balls to the wall for it. Somebody else is there and they got me if I don't have it. And if you've been in a place where you don't have it and you've not had nobody to have your back when you don't have it, then you appreciate when somebody does, whether you need it or not.
Yeah, I've been in a place where I didn't have nobody to have my back, and that's why I'll never be in that place again. I'm always got it.
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely.
I don't. That's just
And you
not.
learn,
this
from,
is
you
the
learn
choice.
from your mistakes.
Yeah.
You learn from your mistakes. So either you're gonna be more secure with it, or you just not gonna want it at all, or don't even care for it.
Yeah, it's so true.
And it
If
scars
you've
you.
been through it,
It
yeah.
scars you because like I had that same situation happen to me with my first husband. He wanted me to stay at home and not work and be the youth leader at the church that his dad was a pastor at and all that good stuff. And I did that and it was cool until it got to the point where I wanted something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what do you
Why
I
you
just
need that?
gave you and all of that, and I'm just like, that's not gonna work out for me. And then you want to go back and say, oh well, if I didn't do this, if you didn't do that, if I didn't have it, you wouldn't have this. My name's on this. And when we split up, he did that. My name is on the internet, and even though you paid it, you can't take the modem to your new house.
The modem. That is
Boy, Bob, so petty.
Very petty.
Let me call AT&T real.
And
that's right.
and right to this day, I have to purchase everything because it's like just in my head.
Yeah.
So
it's
that's
my washer
why
and
you
dryer.
have to do
It's
it.
my
And I think that when you get with another man, and even though you might explain all of this to them, they have no understanding. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, okay, I heard you say that, but
I don't get it. You
Yeah.
don't get it
yeah.
until you experience it.
Well, I mean, they don't have to get it. This is just the way it is. If you don't get it, that's
But
not
you want
problem.
them to at least understand you or how you are.
We're not
Or the reason why.
Okay, maybe not you, but
Yeah.
We're not compatible. If you can't understand me, baby, we're not compatible.
Yeah.
Just move along.
That's why I am very grateful for my husband. He does understand, when I say these things and what I mean when I say them. And he don't care that I had to buy a washer and dryer in my name. He don't care.
Like, it's your choice. It's your preference because of what you've
like,
experienced.
okay.
Right.
Like,
And
yeah.
he's like, okay, I get it. That's fine. Whatever it is that you want to do. Okay. You want me to give you this? All right. It's not what you need it for. Oh, you wanted this? Oh, here. Okay. And that it makes me grateful because I've not had that. But at the same time, I think that we should get counseling too.
Agreed.
Because
Absolutely.
we did go through that.
Mhm.
And we shouldn't, just like we don't want to be punished for what,
The next one
Shaniqua
they did to
did.
them.
We don't, we shouldn't punish them for what Tyrone did.
Mhm.
I don't feel like your way of life is a punishment to somebody because I'm gonna live my life the way I want to live it. If I want to be independent, if I want to be independent, that's my way of life. It's no punishment to nobody. Just save your chips, boo. I got this. But for me, it's like I did go through counseling. I went through counseling, and that's what made me strong. Made me as strong as I am.
Counseling
Because
helps.
at the end of the day, you gotta own every decision you make. You gotta own it, and it's hard to do when you knew better.
Mhm.
It's hard to own a decision that you made behind a man when you knew better.
Mhm.
So that's why I don't make those type of decisions because you know better. You know what I'm saying? When you already been through a certain situation, regardless if it's gonna go there or not, when you know better, you just don't take that chance and let it go there.
You do better.
Yes, because if it do go there, you looking at yourself like, dang, I already knew that.
I do
this.
not to.
It's like this. For me, if I get in a relationship with a man that got money, I'm not saying I won't let him pay for stuff, because of course I will, baby. Do you be a blessing? But at the same time, I'm not gonna slack on my pimping. I mean, on my hustling. I'm not gonna slack on my situation. I'm gonna always keep a stash of money.
Yeah.
I'm gonna always have a
Yeah,
secret stash
sure.
of money. So when you start talking crazy, or you go to the left, or this relationship go to the left, bye. No hard feelings.
And you know, when you are dependent on a person for everything, and you have let your income go, and you let all your side hustles, like you don't have that hustle, then you have to, like, you don't have nothing. Like,
You
so let's
stuck.
say, yeah, you start talking crazy to me, and I want to leave. Where I'm
You
going?
don't
Back to
know
my
where to
mama's
go.
house? Like,
They
I
know
know
that. That's why they want to get you in that
Yeah,
position. They know
absolutely.
that. Let your guard down, baby. Let somebody love you. Let a man take care of you.
Yeah.
Let me handle all the stress.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby, you going to do that.
Yeah.
But I got Wells Fargo who got my back too.
Yeah.
Chase got my back. Bank of America got my back. I don't even much worry about it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I don't feel comfortable unless I have at least 3 bank accounts.
Yeah.
Well, I don't feel like it's the number of the bank accounts. It's the number that's in there.
In
number of money, yeah,
the
number-
in that account.
yeah,
I
that's
got,
what
I got
one.
a different amount in each.
Yeah, but I have multiple bank accounts too, and I keep my money in all kind of different places.
Me too.
So that when the time comes, if I need to put it together, can't nobody tell me what I got. You don't know what I
Yeah,
got.
you don't know exactly.
Don't let your
Don't
left
count
hand
my
know what your right
pockets.
is doing.
That part.
Everybody knows what I got.
That
Yeah,
part.
never.
I mean, I that's the mistake. Oh my God, I will never forget the mistake I made. I will never forget this. I try to tell young women, if you got any money over $2,000, do not get married without a prenup. And they think, oh, 3,000, that ain't nothing. Yeah, but you don't understand the interest that can grow off that 3,000.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And say you married for 20 years to this person. I mean, you need a prenup there. Everything that came with me, leave with me. And that includes the interest, the dividends, the stock options, all that. Leave with me. All my assets leave with me. See, I made that mistake. I didn't have a lot of money. I wasn't no millionaire or nothing. But I had a little change when I got married. A little change, especially for a 22-year-old. I had a little change. And I was so proud of it because I didn't buy stuff. I wasn't a label whore. I didn't care about labels. Still don't. I didn't live outside my means. I lived very meagerly within my means. That's why I was able to have that kind of money. But when I got married, it was like he wasn't used to money. So I didn't know that you can't stop a person from sending money if they name on the account. I didn't know that. So I felt like it was my money. Yeah, but it was a joint account. I put them on the account. So I felt like it was my money. Oh, got me good. So when we went to buy our house, I was at the closing, like, baby, like the rich auntie. Yeah. Do you guys have any water?
Grapefruit.
Do you have any? Girl, we went to put down a down payment. We have our credit was good because I made sure we had A1 credit, both of us. Mm-hmm. And so our credit was good. We had a really nice house. We only had to pay $3,000 down. Ooh, girl. Because our credit was that good and we had a wonderful interest rate. So I was just like proud, and this was a day of celebration. We was like, we're going to go to Home Depot and look at all the renters. We're homeowners. What are you doing in here? But the point is, when I gave them the little cashier's check, no, it wasn't a cashier's check, a regular check, $3,000. They were like, okay, we'll be right back. They came in, ma'am, the check is not clearing. Oh. I'd like to have a stroke. I'd like to have a stroke. I said, what? Excuse me. That's only $3,000. I knew what I had in the bank. When they said the check didn't clear, my heart started pounding. I really thought I was going to pass out. I felt heat rising. I had a panic attack. And he over there looking stupid. I don't know either.
But didn't you know that was going to happen?
I didn't know. I was 22. I didn't know.
Didn't he know that was going to happen?
No, because he was already used to me having an answer. She going to have it. She going to have it. She going to have it. But I didn't know that. See, we had more than one joint account. The one was the one with the big money. And I felt like it was common knowledge, don't touch that. If we already got money in the other account, why is you touching that? Right. So I didn't even monitor it. I just thought, he not going to touch it. With it. Again, young. Because the tongue lashing that my dad gave me behind that, I still could cry behind that. He just ripped into me. You know better, blah, blah, blah. And I did know better. That's why I would never go down that road again. But when a $3,000 check did not clear in an account where I had $27,000 in it, I felt like I was going to die. I just felt the pressure. Right? What happened to my money? I was just so angry. I was more angry about my money than him cheating on me. I didn't even care about it was my money. Yeah. And then so I saved face. I was like, okay, called the bank, heard the account balance. Okay, I save face in front of the people. Oh, don't worry about it. I'll transfer some funds and go ahead and make that check good. When we got out of that place, I was like, we might have bought this house together, but from this day forward, we are separated.
Yeah, this is
we are separated. Yes, we are separated. I cannot believe this.
His name couldn't have been on it.
No,
Absolutely not.
It was already a done deal.
Yeah,
But that's why I gasped when you said the thing about the gift, because that was one of his things. I bought stuff for you out of. I didn't ask you to buy stuff for me. It was my money.
Mm-hmm.
If I wanted that stuff, I could have bought
Bought it myself.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. If that was the
I
case.
was like, what did you do with that much money?
Wow.
It took me my whole
That
adult
is-
life to come up with that kind of money.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I ain't had that kind of money just sitting since.
Yeah.
That money was just sitting. You know, it wasn't
Looking pretty.
It didn't need you, girl. Yeah, looking pretty, just sitting. And that was the thing that made me learn. Always keep something to the side. It will change forever. Because you know how it feels to have like a nest egg, a backup. You know, any type of emergency happen, you ain't sweating. Oh, okay, don't worry about it. Yeah, I got that. But when you can't clear a $3,000 check,
That's a problem.
oh
And
my
you know
God.
how
I
much
would
money
have
you
cried.
right there.
I did.
Right there.
I wouldn't have
I
been
did.
able to save face.
Yeah,
That really
no.
was the beginning of the end of our marriage.
I would've been
It really
flipping.
was.
Everything.
I had came in there in such grand fashion.
Yeah.
I was like, I had to save face. So they came in there like, yes, we are here. Let's sign our papers. We all
Across
over.
the table doing that.
Oh, no, you can't. I came in there in such grand fashion. I was like, okay, we got to finish this out.
You did the most, so you gotta keep going. Carry it
We
on.
got to carry this out. But when we leave out of this place,
Yeah. He
But-
would have been drug about that place.
Babe,
but
by his color.
that taught me, that was such a hard lesson.
Yeah, that was a hit.
That taught me right there, do not take nothing for granted. That somebody just know. Don't trust nobody. I mean, I know people are like, oh, you got to trust somebody. Not with your money.
No.
Not with your money.
No, never.
Mm-mm.
People get weird
And not
behind
with
money.
all your money. Okay, I'm
Maybe
not saying don't have a
some of
joint account, because I feel like couples should have a joint account. But all I'm saying is have something to the side. You
That's what I was going to
You
say.
have
We
to.
might be
You
able
got
to
to.
start a joint account, but you can't get added to my main
Yeah, we
bank
know.
account.
Started.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I did.
Oh, man.
But see, because I was young and because I was dumb at the time, and I had an open heart at the time, which you can see now is closed.
The door is closed.
Is it even in there? I'm just saying. I had such an open heart. So he didn't even have a bank account. So I was like, oh, I could just add you to mine. Then we can get a joint account, another joint account that our paychecks go into.
Absolutely.
So we had a joint account that we had direct deposit, was always overdrawn. Always. Every time our checks hit, it was back in the negative. I was like, what are you doing? But that was back in the day when they just
Was
started
your
having debit
paycheck
cards. Yes, my paycheck too.
No, ma'am.
My check, but yeah.
No, ma'am.
But see, that's why I say I had such an open
Your heart
heart.
is too
I was
open.
trying to, yes, it was. I was
Right.
trying to help, and I really did marry for love the first time. So I was just trying to help him.
You
He
were
didn't know nothing about
madly in
money.
love.
He didn't have no checking account.
She was
So I was like, let me
dangerously
help
in
you,
love.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And you know,
Dangerous.
and to this day, he's way better for it though. It ain't helping me.
Absolutely.
It ain't helping me though. But at the same time, you know, he did learn through me how to handle money, how to buy a house, all this kind of stuff. And then he living way better than me.
And
But
you
anyway.
learn how not to trust nobody with your money.
Yeah, you took the hard
No,
one.
yeah.
He got the easy
Yeah.
one. Don't you hate that?
I really do hate that. But
That's
at
the
the
worst.
same time,
But it may
He
be
got
easy
his.
on the
He got his.
outside. Yeah.
That's
Because
true.
on the inside, how do you think it feels for him knowing, you know, if it wasn't for this lady that I don't even have anymore,
in my life.
then I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he may not exude it, but inside,
You
as
feel
a
that.
man,
You feel it.
I know he feels that.
Yeah.
You know, if it wasn't for this lady and I couldn't even keep him, then I'm smarter now. You know what I'm saying? Why couldn't I be smarter then and
you
keep her?
probably do. But I just be trying to tell every young woman, please do not, you know, like Miss Silly or Miss Sophia, please don't trade places with what I've been through. Y'all don't even know the comfort.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
know
so-
that.
Look, I'm just saying, do not do it, y'all. Do not trade places. I'm just saying. And a lot of people say, oh, don't be telling people not to have a joint account. That's not what I'm saying. You just got to have your own.
Not my main
You
joint
got to
account.
have
We
it.
can go open up. We
In
can go
addition
open
to-
up a joint
I'm
account.
opposed to joint
together.
accounts.
Mhm.
Like, I think once we get married, okay, cool.
Absolutely.
We can start a joint account. You can. I still have my main bank account, and maybe I'll put a little extra.
Oh, I'm talking only exclusively married.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We're married. Period.
Boyfriend and girlfriend stuff.
Ain't no accounts over here.
We don't
We're not
miss
doing
nothing.
that.
We don't mix nothing. I always say we don't mix assets without paperwork.
Absolutely.
And the paperwork is a marriage license. You're not going to have access to my assets. Are you crazy? No.
I had a bank account with my first husband, and it was constantly overdrawn. And I think men are just bad with balancing checkbooks.
But see, I'm over that because I feel like you grown, you need to know how to do it.
My current husband and I started a joint bank account.
Yes.
Recently, we'll be married 2 years in November.
Okay.
We recently
started.
He got started.
My second husband and I never had a joint bank account. But it wasn't that. I think it was just that at that point I didn't consider it anymore. Having a joint bank account with any of my other husbands after that first. I just wasn't going to do that. But then this husband, well, I felt that he
felt more secure.
I did. Because of him, I got the Navy Federal account. So,
Oh yeah, sure, let's do that.
if it wasn't, then, of course, but they were going to allow me, and I do have one separate, that's myself, but we have a joint account that we started, and my other accounts that I still have them by myself. And the thing is, my husband don't even care. If we didn't have a joint account, he wouldn't care to have another account. He has another account.
A whole
different credit union he has an account with, and I don't touch his stuff, and he don't touch my stuff, and our joint stuff he still don't touch it. He really I have all that information. He doesn't even care about that. But I think that that's just me being lucky. You know what I mean? I don't think that there's anything wrong with having a joint account. Definitely when you're married, and if you see that your husband can't, if you see your boyfriend, if you see he can't balance his checkbook, don't do that, and definitely don't add him to anything that you already have. I'm definitely.
If he can't balance
his
money, don't marry him
on my lease.
Yeah, and if he can't manage his money, don't marry him.
Yeah,
I mean. Or give him some more time to take a money management class or something. Don't bring that mess into your life. There's too many men out there.
Absolutely.
To marry somebody who can't even manage $2,500 a month. Boy, bye. I'm just saying.
Somebody that don't have 25.
Well, if you ain't even got $2,500 a month in income, you already know we are not compatible at all. I mean, that's a minimum.
But that's something else that kind of goes back to how these ladies are raising their children and upholding them in the wrong. That's something else that needs to be taught. We need to teach our children that. We need to teach our children money management, balancing checkbooks. My daughter is notorious. She is notorious for not balancing her checkbook. And she's in her 20s, early 20s. So I give her a little, but I tell her, you have to, so the children that I have that do balance their checkbooks, I open them a Navy Federal account.
That's good.
I told her, we're gonna wait on you gonna do this first. Yeah. Take care of your child first.
All your kids are different, and I think that's where people make a mistake at doing one thing for everybody. But all your kids are different. So, like my baby, the one that's here with me now, he has a banking account. He has his own account. But my other two, my grown son, he didn't want no account when he was a kid. He was like, just give me my money in my hand. I don't want no account. And then my middle child, he don't care. He just want a card. He don't care what it's linked to. Just give me a card that I can use sometimes. So I feel like any form of money management is good. If it's cash money in their hand, some people don't need an account, yet. If it's cash money in their hand, whatever it is, just teach them to manage that. I mean, you would be surprised how people don't know what to do with their money. Or people feel like, have you ever dealt with somebody who feel like, oh, I still got $100 left from my check. Let's go out. Why you don't spend every dime you got?
Yeah.
I'm getting paid tomorrow. Like it's like, so
some people are like that.
You got to spend every dime they got just because they get paid again.
Yeah.
Stay away from that.
And see, I'm just not. You would never know how much money I have because I spend the things that I spend money on are my businesses. That is it. If I'm splurging, if I'm like, when I look at my bank account and I get upset and I cringe, it's because I spent money on my business. It's not because I'm out here blowing money on frivolous things. And because I don't, a lot of people underestimate oh, she broke, she ain't got no money, she ain't got no Gucci this or no.
But that's broke people. That's why I be telling
broke
you.
mentality.
That's why I tell other people. That's broke. Only broke people think like that because people with money already know. All the broke people is carrying the Louis Vuittons. Most people that's carrying the Louis barely bought it or it's fake. And so we're not worried about that. The people that got money do not want to give their money to Louis Vuitton. They looking at that like, for what? And can I get it free? They don't want to give their money to none of that frivolous stuff. So anybody who's saying, oh, you don't have this or that means you don't got no money. They are the ones who have no money.
Absolutely.
Because I've been around enough people with money to know you will never know they rich. You just got to get until you talk to them because they drive a regular car. Now you follow them home, you'll know.
Yeah,
but they drive a regular car.
People that have money, like money. Yeah, they're not gonna show us that.
They wear regular clothes.
They're not gonna show us that. They're gonna be on the low radar as possible. They don't want to.
But you know why? That's because the money doesn't impress them.
They don't have nothing to prove.
Yeah, they don't have.
Yeah, they don't have nothing.
And the one thing about it is you can always tell the people who are saying, "Oh, look at what she got." If you busy watching me, you ain't busy making no money.
Absolutely,
right.
Absolutely. And the reason that I don't have a Gucci this or a Louis that is because I don't have time to go shopping for it because I'm over here investing in my business.
I think it's gaslighting. I think it's gaslighting because it's like they want you to feel some type of pressure to try
because you don't have it.
Yeah, or try to make you prove that you got. Oh, if you got some money, why are you driving that? Or if you got some money, don't worry about it.
That goes back to popularity.
Because it's my choice of what I use my money on.
Absolutely.
I just think it's a mind game, and people feel like, oh, if you don't have this brand, celebrities fall into it all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I have to have a yacht as big as J-Lo because she was seen in this yacht. I have to have a biggest yacht like her. That's silly to me.
Competing.
It's silly. I will never fall into that. Actually, I was going to make a video about this because I've heard more than once from more than one person that people have commented several times on my social media about, not commenting on the social media, but about my social media. I seen that outfit 2 years ago. Yes, you did. And you probably gonna see it next year.
Still look new, though.
I got clothes that I can go back on Facebook 10 years and I got the same shirt on.
Right.
I don't feel no shame for that.
Yeah.
Because baby, y'all the one out here struggling to buy new clothes every month. I buy quality stuff that will last 10 years.
Yeah.
So I mean, I thought it was really strange that somebody else said that to me. Someone say they tired of seeing that outfit. Okay, well don't even be on my feed, baby, because I'm gonna wear it again.
Buy me some new clothes then.
I'm gonna wear it again.
That's how you feel.
I'm gonna keep wearing, especially if it look good on me. I'm gonna wear it as much as I want to.
I've had that as well.
But
I've
I
had
think
people say that about me too.
Yeah, but I think it's gameplay. They want to make you feel some type of way. Oh, she's not gonna be so confident if I tell her she can't wear that same outfit.
Come on now.
Baby, I'm gonna wear it more now since you said something.
You must like it.
Ain't it ugly how people want to bring? That's just ugly. Why do you just want to bring me down like that? Why? I don't understand why people are like that. That's really ugly.
I think because whatever they see in you, it's lacking in them.
Right.
So it's like I have to lash out at her to see if she can turn that shit down. Because it's bothering me. It's bothering my spirit.
They hate the way you
How you bothering my spirit?
Absolutely. I mean, it's true. And but like you said, if you spend that energy that you're spending hating and saying this and finding what I had on 2 years ago, because that is not a quick feat.
But you know what? The crazy part is they was right. I went back into my Facebook history. I was like, well, what the hell? I did have that same outfit on 2 years ago.
But that means you watching me a little bit too hard.
Too hard.
I mean,
And also
too hard to go back 2 years, not 1 year, but 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you looking.
Yeah. You
And also
doing
that's
a lot of scrolling.
You doing this
That's
shit
a lot
right
of
now.
scrolling. And you mad because you can't
So
get your
that
outfit
time
from 2
that
years
you
ago.
spent scrolling, you should have been trying to get like me.
Yes.
Instead of scrolling to hate on me. I can teach you for a fee.
But I mean, you know, that's the thing about being a woman in business. You get judged by so many different criteria that men don't even have to deal with.
Yeah.
You know, you go and try to do a seminar or do a class or whatever, and that's the same. That's the thing people gonna say, oh, I seen her wear that 2 years ago. What that got to do with anything? The information I'm trying to give you.
Absolutely.
What they got to do with anything?
Or men that could go in jeans or a t-shirt and some tennis shoes, and you gotta be in heels that hurt your feet, and you know, a skirt suit or whatever it is that you choose to wear. But yeah, it's a huge difference. And then if you don't look the part, people won't respect you like how they should. So it's tough to be a woman.
It is tough. It's tough being in business, but it's a gift and a curse.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, we all know that if any of us end up like broke or busted or facing homelessness, we ain't doing something right. Because we got too many assets.
Yeah.
To be I am broke. I'm just saying. Twerk something, I'm just saying.
Listen, hands on my knees.
Cash out.
Just saying. You're absolutely correct. And I think that it's just, pressure on people that they try to put the pressure on you because the pressure's on themselves that they need to do better.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, I just take that as motivation. You told me that when you get ready to start doing big things, that the haters are gonna come out the woodwork.
Absolutely.
And I'm so kind-hearted, and my feelings are very easily hurt. So it was something that I kept saying that I wanted, and I wasn't prepared to handle it. And now I just look at it and I see it. I see the things that people say about me. I see the reception that I get, and I'm still going to smile. And I think that I'm proud of myself because I think probably maybe 2 years ago it would have hurt me, and it would have. And 2 years ago, was all I heard. Absolutely, exactly that. And you know what? I think it does hurt my feelings a little bit, a tiny bit, but at the same time, I'm impressed by myself.
Yeah,
because
it's impressive.
You're making me to be all of this. You must think I am.
It's impressive for somebody to go through your social media that tough.
Yeah.
Well, they know what you had on 2 years ago.
That was my thing.
And if you don't have no haters, you ain't doing
something wrong.
Clearly.
So
Clearly.
I'm proud of those people who try to bring you down. Like, of course, don't let it get to you. But yeah, I need you to. Can you hate on me a little bit? I need to know that I'm doing things right over here. So
it's just amazing how we have to go through these things, and we could just really just stick together. Like, because it's enough out there for everybody. Everybody has a chance to, excel, and there's no need in pulling anybody down. You can that's the energy you can spend uplifting somebody.
So I do want to know, can you let our listeners know where we can find your mother trucking company and your chef's skills?
My mother trucking.
Exactly.
So you all can find me on my regular Instagram. The @ is Chocolate Chills. On Facebook at Chelsea Lee, Leigh. And there I advertise my trucking, my food. It's just a one-stop shop. So yeah, feel free to follow me. If you have any trucker friends, owner operators, send them my way. I will keep them on the mother trucking road.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And I will keep the mother trucking money coming.
Absolutely.
So yeah, definitely tell them to get in touch with
The
me.
truckers.
The branding and the marketing you can do with that name is
Yes. So wonderful. I thought that through.
Absolutely.
And my catering company is called Mama Karen's Kitchen. I do catering. I do meal prep. I'm a personal chef. Whatever you need.
all right. You do desserts.
I do desserts. Yes.
Okay.
And I go to the Culinary Institute Lenotes.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
All right. Very
All right.
prestigious. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's what's up.
I love it.
So can we talk real quick about the event that's coming up?
Yes, we have
2 events
starring
coming up.
Miss Cherry Cola Pitts by Vincent Victoria. I knew it was Vincent, and he has this this air about him that makes me think mysterious and almost like it's blame my books that I've been reading, y'all, like a vampire.
Okay.
blame the books I've been reading. But he just has this sophisticated air about him, and I cannot wait to see what starring Miss Cherry Cola Pitts is about.
Starring Cherry Cola Pitts. So it's a male character.
Cherry Cola Pitts. Okay, well, I'm definitely more interested now. I'm a little more interested now.
I'm gonna be fine as wine. I'm gonna tell you that.
Listen, okay, in red, okay?
Yes.
Gonna be red on the red carpet on October the 2nd.
Yeah.
I'm super excited, and I'm gonna wear red too, y'all.
Tell us about the Boss Up Boot Camp real quick.
Listen, the Boss Up Boot Camp, everything that we were just discussing about being a boss, about learning your craft, about knowing where to go, what to do, who to talk to, what to say, all of those things are gems that you can get from the Boss Up Bootcamp. We have Lisa Danae, the #1 stunner in the building. We got Miss Cat, the Houston's best producer. We got LaFlower Bowie, woman of God, author, and business and life coach. And we have Lisa, the Boss Lady, in here just inspiring and motivating us business professionals to do what we do and do it as our best selves. So if you're not in the building, you will be doing yourself a disservice. If you want a business, if you have a business, if you need to know more about your business, you need to get your business popping, all that good stuff, you need to be at the Boss Up Bootcamp, October 23rd from 10 to 3 at the Reverse It Center. And you can get those tickets at lisathabosslady.com. LYSATHABOSSLADY.com. And we have several vendors. We got a Yanni vendor now. We got some candles and bow ties. We got some TLC. We have lots of really good vendors, y'all. So we got vendors, we got speakers, we got everything in one spot. Come and get some good tools.
It's also good for entrepreneurs that want to network. So if you feel like maybe you don't need the speakers or whatever, but you do, I'm just saying, but if you feel like you don't, come and network with other entrepreneurs. That's always good to find people that's like-minded. So it's going to be other entrepreneurs there. Come and do some networking. Pass out your business cards. And you have an opportunity for them to be in a swag bag.
I do. Everybody gets a swag bag. Everybody that attends the Boss Up Bootcamp gets a swag bag. And I have an opportunity for you to put your cards in the bags. It's $10 for you to just put your cards in. I'll put your cards in the bags and you can bring them here to Stunner Radio at 711 Harwin, Suite 125A. We're here on Saturdays from 12 to 5, and you can bring your cards. I will be here on Friday evenings as well, from 7 to 9. So if you want to bring your cards, you can do that. If you want to put your samples in the bag, then your cards are free.
And it's 7111. It's 7111.
7111. I didn't say enough ones.
Yeah. Y'all show up at 7-Eleven, Harvard. I don't know. Where it's going to be at.
Right. So I'm super excited, y'all. I'm telling y'all it's going to be an amazing event. And I'm steady putting stuff together, putting more things in it, more things in the swag bags. Y'all, it's going to be bananas. You are definitely going to want to be in the place. And somebody is going to win a 30-minute photo shoot so that they can do business headshots. And she is going to be there. Angie with Lena Shell Photography is going to be there. She's going to be taking pictures of everything. And 5 people are going to win 3-day, 2-night hotel accommodations.
So even if I'm a vendor, do we apply for this?
Yes. You're in everybody that has paid for a spot at the Boss Up Bootcamp goes in the drawing. Okay. So you're already in there.
Okay, girl, I just need to make
So y'all, I'm telling y'all don't want to miss this. At all. I'm super excited.
I have a lot of new bath bombs and candles and a lot of sage. Yeah, I brought her a nice bath bomb. It smells really good.
And this can't